if your legs feel heavy by early afternoon, if you find yourself reaching for the wall just to steady your steps, or if simple things like standing at the kitchen counter or walking to the mailbox have begun to feel uncertain. Let me tell you something you may not have heard yet. It's not just aging. It's a signal. A quiet warning that your body is losing collagen and muscle tissue faster than it can rebuild. And if you skip lunch, or eat whatever's easiest, you might be missing the most important opportunity of the day to reverse that process. Here's the truth I've seen over and over again in my clinic. You don't need expensive treatments, protein powders, or special pills. What you do need is the right kind of lunch. In today's video, we're diving into 5 collagen-rich, science-backed lunches that have helped real older adults rebuild muscle, protect their joints, and restore confidence in their every step. These aren't fads. They're real meals, made from real food. And in many cases, they've produced results in as little as 7 days. One patient told me, "Doctor, I didn't realize how much strength I had lost until I started to get it back." So if you've felt unsteady on your feet lately, if you're worried about muscle loss, knee pain, or the quiet fear of falling, you're in the right place. Let's take the first step. Starting not with supplements, but with your plate. But before we begin, if you haven't subscribed yet, go ahead and click that button and ring the bell. You won't want to miss the simple tools and strategies we share here every week, made especially for seniors who want to take back their strength. And if you find today's video helpful, drop a 1 in the comments below. If not, feel free to leave a 0. Your feedback helps us serve you better. Now let's begin and uncover how the right lunch can change everything. Lunch number 1, baked chicken thighs with sweet potato and sautéed spinach. A proper lunch doesn't need to be fancy. It just needs to be honest, built from real food, with real benefits. This plate of baked chicken thighs, served alongside roasted sweet potato and a side of sautéed spinach, offers exactly what the aging body needs. Collagen support, steady energy, and muscle protection. Let's start with the chicken thighs, often overlooked in favor of leaner cuts, but actually more supportive for older adults. They contain more natural collagen and connective tissue than chicken breast, especially when cooked on the bone or with the skin gently crisped in the oven. This makes them perfect for supporting joint strength and muscle elasticity, 2 things the body loses silently over time. Sweet potatoes aren't just a comforting carb. They're loaded with beta-carotene, magnesium, and slow-burning carbohydrates, all of which help stabilize blood sugar, fuel afternoon movement, and reduce inflammation in joints. Then comes the spinach, sautéed lightly in olive oil with a touch of garlic. This dark leafy green brings in vitamin C for collagen production, vitamin K for bone strength, and nitrates that improve blood flow to tired muscles. Altogether, it's a warm, balanced, satisfying lunch. Simple enough for a Tuesday. Strong enough to carry you through the afternoon. Lunch number 2, ground turkey and lentil stew with brown rice and herbs. Some meals don't speak loudly, but they stay with you. This ground turkey and lentil stew, served over a small scoop of brown rice and sprinkled with fresh herbs, is one of those meals. It's comforting, humble, and quietly powerful. Ground turkey offers lean protein that's gentle on the digestive system, while still delivering the amino acids needed to preserve muscle and stimulate collagen production. Lentils, rich in plant-based iron, folate, and magnesium, bring steady energy and support tissue repair, especially helpful when the body is recovering from physical fatigue or chronic joint tension. The brown rice adds fiber, manganese, and slow-release fuel that helps stabilize energy throughout the afternoon without sudden crashes or cravings. What ties it all together is the base, a rich broth simmered with garlic, onion, bay leaf, and olive oil, creating a meal that feels homemade, even if it's made quickly. This isn't a heavy lunch. But it's not light either. It's balanced, grounding, and exactly what many older adults need to feel steady again. Lunch number 3, Greek yogurt smoothie with berries and ground flaxseed. For many older adults, preparing a full lunch can feel like a chore. But that doesn't mean you have to skip nutrition. Sometimes, all it takes is a blender and the right ingredients. This simple smoothie, made with plain Greek yogurt, mixed berries, and ground flaxseed, offers a powerful combination of protein, antioxidants, and anti-inflammatory fats that help the body stay strong and mobile after 60. Greek yogurt is the foundation. It's rich in casein protein, a slow-digesting form that supports muscle preservation throughout the day. As we age, we naturally lose lean muscle mass, a process known as sarcopenia. But studies have shown that high-protein meals, particularly with casein, help slow down muscle loss and improve strength in older adults. Greek yogurt is also a great source of calcium and vitamin D, both critical not just for bone density, but also for the enzymes that help your body produce collagen. Next, berries, like blueberries, raspberries, or strawberries, are packed with vitamin C and polyphenol, which have been shown to support collagen formation and reduce oxidative stress in joint tissue. They also help regulate blood sugar and improve brain function, both key concerns for older adults. Finally, ground flaxseed brings in plant-based omega-3 fatty acids, fiber, and lignans. These compounds have been linked to reduced systemic inflammation and improved tissue repair, especially in tendons and ligaments. Together, this smoothie is more than a light lunch. It's an easy-to-digest, anti-aging formula that supports joints, muscles, and even cognitive function. Blend, sip, and go, with no prep, no cooking, and no compromise. Lunch number 4, chicken and brown rice bowl with steamed broccoli and avocado. Strength in older age doesn't just come from big changes. It comes from the quiet meals that give your body exactly what it needs, right when it needs it most. This chicken and brown rice bowl, paired with steamed broccoli and creamy avocado, is a complete lunch. Not just filling, but functional. Not just nutritious, but built for results. Let's start with the chicken. Lean, simple, and easy to digest, chicken breast delivers the amino acids your body uses to rebuild muscle and collagen, the very structure that keeps your legs moving and your steps steady. Next, brown rice. Unlike processed carbs, it gives you slow, steady energy. It's rich in magnesium, which supports muscle contraction, and B vitamins, essential for nerve health, often overlooked but deeply important after 60. Then comes broccoli, steamed, not overcooked. This humble vegetable is one of the most anti-inflammatory foods you can eat. It provides vitamin C, calcium, and sulforaphane, all supporting bone strength and collagen protection. And finally, a few slices of avocado. Healthy fat isn't just fuel, it's a delivery system. It helps your body absorb the fat-soluble vitamins in broccoli and chicken, while also calming inflammation that can quietly erode joints over time. Together, this bowl is warm, grounding, and satisfying. But more than that, it's a message to your body. I still care. I still want strength. And I'm still showing up. If you've been finding value in these meals, take a second to like this video. Share it with someone you care about, and subscribe for more ways to rebuild from within. Your next meal could be the moment you start to feel steady again. And don't miss lunch number 5, a deeply comforting dish that taps into one of the most ancient healing traditions on earth. Let's keep going. Lunch number 5, beef and barley stew with root vegetables. There's something about a warm stew that speaks to the soul. Especially when it's been simmered slowly, with care, and made from ingredients that have nourished generations before us. This beef and barley stew, cooked with carrots, parsnips, and a handful of fresh herbs, isn't just comfort food. It's a collagen-rich, muscle-repairing, energy-sustaining lunch, built for the body that's walked through decades. The beef, when slow-cooked on the bone or with connective tissue, releases collagen, gelatin, and iron, all essential for maintaining muscle tone, joint integrity, and healthy blood flow. It's the kind of protein that doesn't just fill you up. It quietly gets to work beneath the surface, rebuilding what time has tried to take away. Then there's barley, a hearty, fiber-rich grain that keeps blood sugar stable and energy levels strong throughout the afternoon. Unlike white rice or pasta, barley digests slowly, feeding your gut, muscles, and brain in equal measure. And the root vegetables, carrots, turnips, parsnips, offer vitamin A, antioxidants, and deep earth minerals that help reduce inflammation and keep tissues resilient. But beyond the science, there's something about this dish that feels timeless. I remember an elderly gentleman who once told me, "Every Sunday, when I was growing up in Nebraska, my mother made a pot of stew that you could smell from the porch. And every time I eat one now, even if it's just me at the table, I still feel like I'm home." That's what this lunch is. It's warmth. It's strength. It's a quiet reminder that no matter your age, your body is still listening, and it still responds to the care you give it. Now that we've explored 5 nourishing, collagen-rich lunches, let's talk about something equally important: what to avoid and why. Because while food can heal, it can also harm, especially when the body is already managing chronic conditions. And for many older adults, the line between nourishing and triggering is thinner than we think. Let's walk through the most common health conditions affecting seniors in the U.S. and the specific lunchtime mistakes that can quietly make things worse. 1. Heart disease and high blood pressure. Watch the salt and saturated fat. Cardiovascular issues remain the leading cause of death in Americans over 65. And unfortunately, many classic American lunches, like deli sandwiches, fried foods, and canned soups, are loaded with sodium and saturated fat. Even healthy choices like rotisserie chicken or store-bought dressings can sneak in over 1,000 milligrams of sodium per meal. If you have high blood pressure or heart disease, avoid processed meats, ham, sausage, bacon, deli cuts, canned soups, unless labeled low sodium, packaged sauces and marinades, store-bought salad dressings high in salt or sugar, fried foods, especially breaded proteins. What to do instead? Season with fresh herbs, lemon juice, garlic, turmeric, or pepper. Use olive oil or avocado instead of butter or mayonnaise. And remember, when you cook at home, you control the salt. 2. Type 2 diabetes. Balance your carbs carefully. Lunch is often where blood sugar crashes begin. A meal that's too heavy in simple carbohydrates, white bread, pasta, crackers, sweet sauces, can send glucose levels soaring, only to crash within hours. This doesn't just cause fatigue, it worsens inflammation, increases cravings, and accelerates muscle loss. If you're managing diabetes, avoid white bread, white rice, regular pasta, sugary sauces like teriyaki, barbecue, or ketchup-based glazes, fruit-only smoothies or fruit cups and syrup, low-protein lunches like toast or crackers with jam. Instead, aim for a palm-sized serving of protein, chicken, turkey, tofu, fish, half a plate of non-starchy vegetables, whole grains like quinoa, brown rice, farro, healthy fats to slow digestion, olive oil, seeds, avocado. The key isn't to remove carbs entirely, it's to pair them wisely with fiber, fat, and protein. 3. Osteoporosis. Don't miss the bone builders. As we age, calcium absorption decreases, and bones become more fragile, especially in women over 60. But what's often overlooked is that bones need more than just calcium. They need magnesium, vitamin K2, vitamin D, and collagen-building proteins to stay resilient. If you have low bone density, avoid meals without vegetables or protein, low-fat/no-fat dairy, which often lacks vitamin D and healthy fats, too much caffeine or soda, which can deplete calcium stores. Include instead leafy greens like kale, spinach, collard greens, full-fat Greek yogurt, unsweetened, broths made from bones or cartilage, nuts and seeds, almonds, chia, pumpkin seeds, sardines or salmon with bones, soft, edible ones. And don't forget, vitamin D helps absorb calcium, but it needs fat to be effective, so avoid eating fat-free lunches if your goal is stronger bones. 4. Cognitive decline. Beware the hidden inflammatory triggers. Emerging research now links diet and memory more than ever. Chronic inflammation, blood sugar instability, and nutrient deficiencies are tied to faster cognitive decline. If you're concerned about memory or have family history of dementia, avoid high-sugar lunches, especially smoothies with no protein. Deep-fried foods, which increase oxidative stress. Highly processed grains and packaged snacks. Meals with artificial additives, flavor enhancers, or dyes. Instead, focus on brain-protective nutrients like omega-3s from salmon, mackerel, walnuts, flaxseed. Antioxidants from berries, beets, leafy greens. Curcumin found in turmeric when paired with pepper or fat. Choline from egg yolks, beef liver, soybeans. Lunch is an ideal time to fuel the brain gently with steady energy, clean fats, and anti-inflammatory plants. 5. Digestive issues. Keep it simple, keep it soothing. Many seniors quietly struggle with bloating, indigestion, or reflux, especially after heavy, greasy, or overly spicy lunches. But skipping lunch completely can also backfire, leading to fatigue, acid rebound, or nutrient deficiencies. If you deal with digestive discomfort, avoid raw onions, garlic, or cruciferous vegetables in large amounts. Creamy sauces or cheese-heavy meals. Carbonated drinks during meals. Eating too fast or lying down right after. Do instead steam or roast vegetables instead of serving them raw. Use bone broth-based soups, easy to digest, gentle on the gut. Include fermented foods like sauerkraut or plain kefir in small amounts. Add ginger, mint, or fennel as gentle digestive aids. Lunch should never leave you feeling worse than before. And with a few adjustments, it can become the most soothing meal of your day. Final thought. The perfect lunch doesn't look the same for everyone, and that's okay. But as we age, it becomes less about what looks healthy, and more about what truly supports the systems that matter most. Muscle, joints, blood sugar, memory, bones, and yes, even peace of mind. So eat like your body's still listening. Because the truth is, it always has been. Once met a woman named June. She was 83 years old, lived alone in a quiet suburb outside Chicago, and had spent most of her life caring for others, her children, her husband, and eventually, her aging parents. But when June walked into my clinic, she wasn't asking for help with her knees, or her memory, or her cholesterol. She sat down slowly, folded her hands, and said, "Doctor, I'm tired of feeling invisible. I used to feel strong. Now, I feel like I'm fading away." It broke my heart, not because she was sick, but because she had given up the most important thing. The belief that her body still mattered. That she still mattered. She had stopped cooking lunch. Stopped walking to the mailbox. Stopped sitting out on her front porch because the steps felt too steep. Her family had grown busy. Her friends had moved on. And little by little, she had convinced herself that maybe weakness was just her new normal. But the truth is, weakness doesn't arrive overnight. It sneaks in quietly, in skipped meals, forgotten vitamins, and the quiet belief that nothing will make a difference anymore. We started small. A warm lunch with real protein. A walk to the end of the driveway. A cup of broth on colder days. And slowly, her voice changed. Her posture straightened. And one day, she smiled and said, "I made lunch today, and I even used a good plate." It wasn't about the food. It was about reclaiming dignity, one choice at a time. So if you're watching this and living with a chronic condition, whether it's diabetes, heart disease, arthritis, or something else, please talk to your doctor before making big changes to your diet. Your body deserves care that's both powerful and personalized. And if something in this video touched you, leave a comment below. Share this with someone who might be quietly struggling. And don't forget to subscribe for more ways to rebuild from within, one meal, one moment, one day at a time. Thank you for being here. And never forget, you still matter. And your body is still listening.